Welcome back to WHHI News. Joining us now is Brett Macy. He is the athletic director for May River High School. He's been there since they opened 7 years ago, and he's got the latest on athletics at the high school. Brett, I know you have a basketball game coming up this Friday. It's a home game. You're playing Bluffton, is that right?
Correct. Yep. The old down the road rival. So that should be fun. It's always fun. Good crowd.
Yeah.
Student sections come out in full force. So we're looking forward to that.
And the time
more importantly, though, it's a region contest.
Okay.
I always said that when I coached at Bluffton and we played Hilton Head. It's obviously a rivalry, and all the hoopla and all that stuff is fun for the crowd. But more importantly for the coaches and players, it's a region game.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it obviously has a lot of standing within the region, so they'll focus on those things, and my job now is to focus on the crowd and all that other fun stuff.
Well, it definitely will be important, that's for sure. What time's the game on Friday?
The girls will tip at 6 and the boys roughly tip at 7:30, just depending on how long the girls take, obviously, but those are rough times for the boys. But yeah, the girls will tip right around 6 o'clock.
Super. Now, I know that the Booster Club is holding a mini cheer camp, a winter cheerleading camp on, I believe it's Saturday. Everybody double check on that, but can you tell us about that one?
Yeah, so that's just very similar to a lot of our sports teams. Our winter cheers, just doing a little youth camp to get the kids out involved in the community, and teach them probably a cheer or two and be around the girls, and then they'll do that cheer at one of our games here the next week or two. So that's kind of basically what that is. But it's just kind of community relations, fundraising, and it's fun for the kids to get out and do that.
Absolutely. And I think if people want more info, it's on your Facebook page. But I believe it's kindergarten through 5th grade. And then I believe they also, as you mentioned, will be at the games on the 24th, the boys and the girls. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, National Signing Day. This is a biggie coming up February 1st, I think. Tell me who's going where and who will be celebrating as far as moving on to college.
Yeah, so this National Signing Day, we'll have another one in the spring. We had one in the fall, but this one here in the next couple of weeks, we have a handful of kids ready to sign and a couple more that could sign by that date. But we got Chris Fewers. He's been a swimmer on our swim team now for 4 or 5 years. He'll be swimming at Converse University. Tara Siva Rick, she's on our cheer squad. She'll be going to Newberry to cheer for Newberry. Brooks Van Esselstein, who is our boys lacrosse player, he'll be attending Florida Tech to play boys lacrosse. Brooks holds about every record we have at May River. Has been a high school All-American,
Wow.
All-State player, big-time lacrosse player. So he'll be playing at Florida Tech next year. And then finally, Anya Arroyo. Anya will be committing to South Carolina to run cross country and track. Anya has been one of the top runners in the state of South Carolina since really she was a freshman. Really good runner. So she'll be attending South Carolina. And then we got a couple football players that will be signing somewhere. I just don't know if it will be on February 1st, depending, obviously their timeline and their decisions. But that'll be Jaden Jones and Darian Perry eventually will be committing somewhere, and possibly a couple more. But I know those two have some offers on the table that they kind of have to decide on.
Well, congratulations to all of them. Congratulations to the coaches, to you as athletic director. That's pretty exciting stuff. And that'll be on the 1st of February. Okay, spring sports. Tryouts are coming up. I read at the end of the month. Is it the end of this month, January, that you're having those?
Correct. The end of January there. That's when spring sports open up.
And you told me before we started chatting officially here on Zoom that you've had some coaches retire and some new people on board. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, a lot of new faces, spring sports wise, coaching wise. Our girls lacrosse coach, Caitlin Szymanski, who started our program, done a great job of building it up. Made the playoffs 5 out of 7 years. She stepped away to be more of a mom. She's got 2 young kids, and stepping in her place is Star Beckler, another college lacrosse player. So she'll be leading the girls lacrosse team. A lot of good seniors, a couple senior college players there too. So we're looking forward to the girls lacrosse program and Coach Beckler kind of getting them started. Track, Catherine Rosenblum retired from cross country and track. She had a couple state titles. One in track, so we'll miss her. But we hired 2 people to kind of take over for her. Chad Cannon, who's been a longtime assistant in track and cross country, will take over the girls program, and then Pearl Mitchell will take over the boys program. Pearl's been a coach at Ridgeland, Battery Creek and a couple other places. She's a teacher in the building. So kind of our goals with those two are really to get more participation, get some more kids out for track, which they're doing a good job of currently. So I'm excited for those two. And Lisa Hess took over for Sean Gleason for softball. She was our JV head coach last year, comes from the Pennsylvania area, very knowledgeable in softball. So excited to have her on board. And then finally, Mark Schaefer is taking over for Mike Pollard for boys tennis this spring. Mark has coached for us in the past, and then his full-time job kind of had him step away for a couple of years, but he's back in the fold. So new face, but familiar face for Mark. So we're excited to have all those guys and girls join our programs and get started here shortly in the spring. It should be fun. A little organized chaos here in the next few weeks, but that's all right.
That's okay. We're already out of time, Brett Macy, but I want to thank you for joining us here on WHHI News. Thanks so much. When we return, we're going to see what's up for the weekend, including the Oyster Fest in Beaufort.